Good morning, students. As we have all gathered here to have a session. Actually, our few students had gone to attend a leadership program where they have learned many things. Now they want to give them back to you. So listen to them carefully. They are giving you life lessons and which are very important, which will be very fruitful for you in your life.
Good morning, everyone. Recently, we have attended a 2 day leadership program wherein we didn't learn how to be a good leader or what good leadership is all about. But we also learned a several few things that we are going to share with you through this session. But before we begin, let me ask you one question. Have you ever just picked up your phone to check the time, but forgotten about the time and started watching reels, which says top 10 facts about penguins that nobody asked for? Exactly. But the point here is getting distracted so easily is the problem of indiscipline, bad habits, or wrong habit cycle. This is what we are going to cater today. The topics going to be covered are communication, self awareness, building meaningful relations, habit cycle, and goal setting. Let us start with communication. There's a common notion that communication is the exchange of words and ideas between two or more people. But according to me and according to the nature of the law, communication isn't just merely about talking, it's about the process of creating understanding. Communication involves reading, listening, speaking, writing, observing, and other non-verbal forms of communication. Let's take an example to understand this better. Example, your mother asks you to have a dinner and you reply, 5 minutes, mom, I'll be there. After 5 minutes, she walks into your room and just passes on you that look. That's enough for you to wind up your work and go have dinner. This is a form of non-verbal communication. There are 5 steps to have an effective communication. First is empathize. Know whom you are talking to before you speak. Second is decide your goals. Decide what you want to the other person should walk away with. Third is arrange your words and ideas in order. Because if they are delivered in the wrong place and at wrong time, it will have no meaning. Fourth is rephrase and readjust. Keep practicing and redraft your speech, your way of presenting, because no one is perfect in a single go. And fifth, the most important, I believe, is dare to present. An idea that has never left a human mind has helped no one. I have seen people who think that to have effective communication, a person's voice must be loud. But no, that's not effective communication. That is just a noise. There are 4 places from where meaningful communication comes. First is the gravity position. Now, you'll be thinking, what is gravity position? Let me take an example. Supposing someone is here to speak to you and they are just like, oh, yeah, hi, good morning, students. That won't sound good and that won't look pleasant. For that to have confidence, you should stand in a V shape, like your legs should be joined in a V shape. Second is hand placement. Now, if I'm talking to like, oh yeah, students, how are you? Like this is not at all good. This doesn't shows your etiquette. To have confidence, you should keep your hand placement here, above the navel. Third is project your voice. You shouldn't shout or be loud. Your voice should be projected so that it reaches till the end of the auditorium or the room to each and every person. And fourth is Hari Prasad. Now you'll think, who is this Hari Prasad? There are 2 people in a human mind. First is the positive astrologer. Second is negative astrologer. Now, negative astrologer, we name it as Hari Prasad. Before you take any step, supposing answering in a class or asking a doubt, that Hari Prasad says you, no, don't speak. You will get humbled or you will be made fun of. That what stops you to go and have that courage to speak. So at the end, seek first to understand before seeking to be understood. Now, let us move forward with self awareness. Let me call Joy Desai for that.
Hello, check. So, we just discovered something amazing. Communication is not only talking to others. But here is the question: who is the first person you communicate with? Is it your friends, your parents, or your teachers? No, my friends, It's you yourself. From moment you wake up to moment you sleep, there is one person constantly talking to you. It's you yourself. Some people may motivate themselves while some criticize themselves. And trust me, this one conversation can shape your future. Let's be honest. How many of you have ever thought, I can't do this? I'm not good enough. People will laugh at me. If any one of this thought have ever crossed your mind, welcome my dear humans. बीइंग अ जेन जी मुझे भी आप लोगों की तरह चीज़ें लेक्चर से समझ नहीं आती rather I prefer examples. So let me tell you a short story. One day a grandfather told to his grandson that son, there are two wolves constantly fighting in a human. One wolf represents happiness, kindness, love, courage, discipline, while the other represents hatred, jealousy, self-doubt, insecurity. Grandson, just like us, being in doubt, asked that which wolf win? Grandfather smiled and answered, the one you feed. Let's be honest. How many of you have ever compared yourself with the one who is good in sports, with the one who is good in academics, or with the one who can speak better English? My dear humans, living in comparison is dangerous, but making comparison is normal. Instagram, on the other hand, is amazing. One posts 5 a.m. workout routine, 12 hours of study, and you with a bag of chips thinks that what am I doing in my life? Always remember, Instagram is just a reel but not a reality. Everyone posts their success story, but very few post the struggle behind it. The basic principle behind my words is never compare your behind the scenes with someone else's highlights. So we discovered we discovered communicating with ourselves as well as to others. But what about building relationships? One of the important feature of human life. So let me call Kratvi Bhandari for the same.
People don't care how much you know. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So far, we have talked about communication, self awareness, understanding ourselves better. Now, let's talk about something that affects each one of us: relationships. Relationships with parents, teachers, colleagues, friends, other fellow students. These affects everyone, no matter what you do in life and no matter what career you choose. People will always affect you. I have a thing that I have noticed. Every one of us has some problems. These are people problems, not money problems or not technology problems. You heard it right. People problems. I also have a question for all of you. Has anyone ever misunderstood you? Please raise your hand if anyone has. Yes, any people misunderstood us a lot of times. Now, you also might have misunderstood anyone else. Exactly. Relationships are a two-way street. It can be broken and it can also be maintained. Now, let's take an example from a phone screen. You accidentally break your phone. You protect it with tempered glasses. You protect it by taking insurance of your phones. You also might take it to a repair shop to get it repaired. Now, think about relationships. Relationships are like phones, but phone screens can be repaired easily. But relationships are very hard to repair. So, think before you speak. Think if your words will make or break a bridge. In the leadership program, I've learned about 5 things which every human being needs. These affect every one of us, whether the person is rich, poor, student, teacher, friends, parents, every one of us. These are attention, acceptance, appreciation, affection, and acknowledgement. Now, let's talk about attention. Every one of us wants to be attended. We all feel the need to have the attention. Think about it. You tell your friend something, bro, listen, I found something, and they go on scrolling their phone and say, oh, yes, okay. Do you feel bad about it? Exactly. You do not feel heard. That's what we are talking about. Everyone needs to have some attention. Sometimes you giving them your attention is more valuable to them than any advice you give. Now, we talk about acceptance. Acceptance refers to I do not have to be exactly like you to deserve respect or to be liked. Everyone has different aspirations. Everyone has different dreams and different strengths. Think about it. If everyone wants to be a doctor, then who will teach you? Who will be a builder? Who will build bridges? Who will dance? Who will show us different entertainments which doctors cannot do? Exactly. Different doesn't mean wrong. Different makes the world more interesting. Now we talk about appreciation. If you work really hard and nobody appreciates you, they do not say thank you, or they do not say we are proud of you, we feel bad. Exactly. Exactly. If you say someone, if you acknowledge their achievement, say something like thank you, I'm very proud of you, this changes everything. This can remain in someone's heart for their years. Now, we talk about affection. Affection doesn't only mean hugs, it also means you care for somebody. You be there for someone when they need you. You be there for a friend when they are in trouble. You be there for your parents. You be there for every fellow student you have. Sometimes they only need care and no solutions. Now, we talk about acknowledgement. This means recognizing someone's efforts. Think about the school helpers that clean our school every day. They make the place we study hygienic. The people who the drivers of the school buses who take you home to school and back to home, they also deserve respect, they also deserve acknowledgement. Please say thank you to anyone who you care about or who you think has helped you in any of way. Now, it's a time for a funny story. I saw two friends arguing. One said, "You never reply to my messages." The other one said, "I saw your message and I was thinking to reply, and 3 days later, he's still thinking to reply." Now, friendships does not end because of one big fight. They end because we stop making each other feel important. The importance in each other's life fades away. Now, people remember one thing. People may forget what your name is. They may forget your achievements, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Now, we all have something to achieve in our life, something we want to achieve today. For that, goal setting is a very important aspect to keep in mind. Now, to speak for that, I would like to call Miss Nandini Dhoka to speak on it. Thank you.
We all know goal and target goes hand in hand. Let me ask everyone a simple question. What's difference between a goal and a target? I know you all might get puzzled at what's different in it. Aren't they synonymous? But let me tell you. While goals are big picture destination, target is a measure towards the step your goal, how you step towards it. A goal is not something which is very holistic. A goal is something you see in your life, like where I see myself after 30, what I'll do after my retirement, or let's just say how much marks or how much percentage I want to achieve in this academic year, or which new sport I want to learn. A goal setting is a roadmap that has every destination, every halt, every path that you have to take to achieve your goal. A goal doesn't mean that it only has to be career related. I'm sure everyone is attracted to a particular field of career, whether it be engineering, CA, CPA, or any data analyst, financial accountant, or anything. You all might not have a clear idea yet now, but there is something in your mind. And I'm sure you are not very sure about it right now. But it's not too late or not too early to decide what you have to do in your life. It's not important that your goal has to be career related. One might have a goal that I want to travel at least 10 countries before I turn 30. I want to witness at least one F1 race before I turn 30. Or I want to see myself in a very stable career, celebrating every small achievement with my happy family. Your goal is what you decide, is what you feel about your life. One should have a very holistic goal in your life. Because let's be clear, a small goal doesn't it seems a little calming, but a big goal and your effort towards it, it sounds really adventurous. And once you achieve it, you feel so good that incentive is just next level. Have 3 D's in your goal: dream, decide, and most important, do. Because let's be very honest, your thoughts doesn't produce your results, but your action towards your thoughts do. Let just ask yourself very simple questions while setting your goal. What I am good at, what I want to see in future about myself, what I want to learn, what are my drawbacks in setting goal. This will make you learn more about yourself because you don't have to share it with any other one. You have to be honest with yourself and you can never be a liar to yourself. You will learn very simple and very clear, not clear idea about what is in your thought, but you will take steps toward learning yourself in a better way. Let's be very clear how life sounds when you don't have a clear goal. It sounds not very meaningful, right? We need to have a goal because it adds meaning towards your life. Isn't it so zindagi na milegi dobara coded? We have to have a goal in your life because it will give you a success point of your life. It will make your life more successful, more meaningful. You should plan a goal in a very smart way. Smart isn't just how intelligent it sounds, but its full form is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. Make your goal specific. It doesn't have to be very general. Like, I want to achieve good marks. I want to achieve at least 95%. That will give you an incentive to work harder towards your goal. Make it measurable, that you can measure your targets, your steps towards your goal. Make it relevant to your life. What are your feelings? What are your ambitions? Your goals should be relevant to that and make it time bound. It should not be like, in my life I will do it, but before I turn 13, before I turn 15, I will achieve my goal. Every small step leads to a big success. We all have heard that thought, right? We need to have experience, we need to have knowledge, we need to have ambition for that goal. I am sure you all have heard about internships before professional careers, the students that pursue when they are learning the course. That is an experience that leads towards your goal. Don't just say that I will try to achieve that goal, because if you have tried once and failed, you will not do it again. But say, I will do everything to achieve my goal. And what's your biggest drawback in your goal? You know it? Your bad habit cycle. Believe it or not, we all know that we have something bad in us. A very bad habit that stops us from doing something we have the very potential of doing. Now, for the habit part, I would like to call Soumya.
So far, we have learned how to communicate, how to understand ourselves, how to build relationships, how to make better decisions. But here is a question, then why do we still make the same mistakes? We know we should study, we know we should exercise, we know we should spend less hours on our phone. Then why don't we? Because knowing itself is not enough. The real difference is made by the habits we follow on a daily basis. So let's be honest. How many of you have ever said to yourself that from tomorrow I'll study regularly? From tomorrow I'll spend less hours on my phone. From tomorrow I'll wake up early. And then guess what? Tomorrow comes, but you still remain the same again. And then you say, from next Monday, I'll definitely show up. And then next Monday turns into the next month. And even before you realize, New Year is on your doorstep. The funny thing about habits is that they don't really give us immediate results. Sometimes they often make you feel nothing is happening at all. And this reminds me of a story. The story of a stone cutter. Every day he hit a huge rock with his hammer. One hit, nothing happened. 10 hits, nothing happened. 50 hits, still nothing. People mocked at him, laughed at him, and said, "Why are you wasting your time on this?" Then he did not stop. On the 100th strike, the rock split into two. Now tell me, was it because of the 100th strike? No, it was because of the 99 efforts that he made that nobody noticed. And that's exactly how habits work. People see success, people see achievements, but they don't see the small actions repeated every single day. Because success is never built in a day, it is built every single day. You know the funniest thing about alarm clocks? Our alarm clocks has two major roles to play in our life. First is to definitely wake us up, and the second one is to test our willing power. Alarm rings at 5:30 a.m. You confidently press snooze button, and then 5 minutes later, alarm rings again, and you go and snooze it once again. And somehow your hand becomes a ninja, and without opening your eyes, you switch off the alarm completely. And when you wake up, it's 9:15 a.m. And the problem was not the alarm. It was the problem of you. It was because of our habits. Now, think about brushing your teeth. Does anyone wake up and says, "Oh, should I brush today?" No, because it's automatic. Habits reduce the wait for the motivation. Okay, so imagine you get one notification, just one, and you say, "I'll only check it for 2 minutes." And then 20 minutes later, you are still watching dog learning mathematics. And somehow this still makes sense. Do you know Chinese bamboo takes years before it grows above the ground? For years, nothing seems to happen. But in reality, the roots of the bamboo tree are growing beneath the ground. And few years later, it grows incredibly fast. Your efforts are the same. Just because nobody sees your progress does not mean you are not growing. Many people say, "I don't feel motivated." But here is a secret. Successful people don't always feel motivated either. They simply don't wait for motivation. They rely on discipline. Imagine brushing your teeth only when you feel motivated. Scary thought, right? But they should happen because they are habits, not because you feel like doing them. Imagine you become just 1% better every single day. Not 50%, not 100%. Those tiny improvements add up over time. 5 years from today, you won't remember the reels you watched. You won't remember the memes you scrolled past. but you will definitely remember the life you live today. Your future self is watching your choices you're making right now. The question is, will your future self will thank you or will regret your today's habits? Thank you. I hope this session was meaningful and interesting for you, and I hope this is way more interesting than you expected. Thank you.
I hope all of you have listened carefully. We'll have an interaction session on this. But before that, I would like to call all our speakers over here. I think they were incredibly good. Please come and give a round of applause for her. For Joy, Nandini, Prithvi, and Soumya. So thank you, children. You were very good, and you proved that if you have learned something, you can give back to the others. Your fellow mates sitting over here, I hope you have listened carefully because there is many takeaways from here. They have taught you how to communicate, how to know about yourself, how your habits form in a good way, positive way, or a negative way. So everything, and goal setting also, again, a very important thing. Then only you can become a leader. This is what they have taught you. Kavish is not there, but he taught you how to communicate. Remember his word, Hari Prasad, Ram Prasad. You again, did you hear? Did you know? Have you understood who is Hari Prasad and who is Ram Prasad? Who are they? They are in our hearts. We are Hari Prasad and Ram Prasad. We have a split personality. We have one positive aspect, one negative aspect. You can say one keeps on motivating us. Ask the question. This one is my doubt. I should ask the question. At the other moment, the Hari Prasad, the negative aspect, they tell you don't ask. See, that friend is looking at you. He will mock at me. Don't do that. Teacher may scold you. Others will talk about you. So he taught, don't do that. Just put your Hari Prasad down. That no, I am going to speak. Maybe I am wrong, but don't worry. The teachers, either parents, in front of parents, if you are speaking something, it is wrong English, wrong concept, doesn't matter. They are going to correct you and ultimately you are going to learn. So, but mark your words, you should not be aggressive. Okay? Softly, humbly, be a kind person, but speak. And in our school, we have been saying that English communication, any kind of communication, Hindi you are well versed with, but now we want you to be well versed with English also. So do communicate. Do ask wrong questions, doesn't matter. Do ask any word you don't know the meaning. Others will say, "अरे तुम्हें इतना नहीं आता." हाँ, नहीं आता था. तुम्हें आता था? Okay. I didn't know that, so I asked. It's as simple as that. So make your Ram Prasad stronger than your Hari Prasad. So don't think that I cannot ask because I will be judged. Isn't that the problem with everyone? Do you feel that you will be judged either by teachers, parents? मम्मी को बोलेंगे, मम्मी मुझे डांटेगी. डांट लेने दो. Remember, your parents' intention is that, see the intent. Intent is always to make you a good person. The ways you might find wrong. हाँ ठीक है, मम्मी को ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए. ये ठीक है, but find the intent, feeling. Mummy wants you to be a better person. So always, teachers also do want the same. They also want to make you a better person each day. Look at these boys and girls. They are standing before you. They are telling you what they have learned. Self-awareness. You should know what are my capabilities, what I can do the best. I can follow my dream. And that dream should be measurable. That don't just make a vague dream. बड़े होके मुझे डॉक्टर बनना है, अच्छा कल से पढ़ेंगे. नहीं, that will not work. Set your destination. Without knowing your destination, you cannot reach the destination. So right now, maybe you are in 7th, maybe you are in 8th, but set your goals. Then only you will move ahead in your life in a right direction. You cannot just vaguely, you cannot, हाँ अभी नहीं सोचे हैं, तो फिर आपको पढ़ने में मन नहीं लगेगा. I'm sure you will not feel, ठीक है, I'll read it tomorrow. And all of them have said that habit, Soumya said just now, if you must not have realized that you pick up your phone to just check one notification and then you watch 20 reels, each reel of 1 or 2 minutes, and you are wasting 40 minutes. You start writing in your diary, got up at this time, acha, take a holiday. This holiday, I want all of you to note it down. I got up, I'm sure holidays, you must be rising late. Then I got up at this time, I took breakfast, I took bath, and then I studied for 1 hour. Again, I got up, watched TV, had lunch. Again, I went for tuition for 2 hours. Came back because I've come for after 2 hours, so I'll pass my time by watching TV or checking on phones. And then again at night, you will study for 2 hours. So see, 12 hours, and you are just investing 4 hours in studies, and then you will realize मैंने तो पढ़ाई की थी. I don't know why I did not get marks, because your dreams are not measurable. This time I will do this much. So I hope all of you have learned. Can anybody say that, tell me that how to communicate? What is the best means to communicate? Anybody? Class 8? What should you feel when you communicate?
First of all, our posture should be straight and our expression should be good. And whenever we speak, our voice should not be loud and we should not shout. We should talk calmly with anyone.
So what did she say? All of you have heard very nicely spoken that we should not be loud. Rather, our whatever we are saying, that should be impactful. So see, you can speak a bit, but now you have got the mic.
Our posture should be good.
Posture should be good, not in a lousy manner. Rather, straight body, legs together in a V shape, and then stand and use your hands to express your feelings. Expression is very important.
We should not hesitate while asking any doubts. As we are told that there are two persons, Hari Prasad and Ram Prasad. Hari Prasad always tell us to not to ask questions. Maybe we are mocked at, maybe we would be judged, but we should believe in ourselves. We should ask doubts. That's not a mistake. And Ram Prasad always encourages you that you should do that. It's okay, you will be judged, but at least you'll learn something. Your doubts will be clear and you will feel happy yourself. Thank you.
Very good. Give a round of applause for her.
Now, I want you all to answer yourself honestly to the question I asked. Have you considered yourself so potential to set a goal for yourself? Or are you still unclear about the steps to set the goal? This answer is not just to me. Of course, you can raise hand, you can ask your doubts about it, or you can share your thoughts with everyone. You will not be judged because we just got to know about it right now. Ask this question to yourself, to others, or to us.
Don't stop yourself from speaking. Even if you talk, that does not make our sense. It is okay. Yes.
May I speak?
In today's generations, there are many fields we can work for, that dance, singing, doctor, engineering, and in doctor there are many types. But we are still searching what we are interested for, what we are capable for, but we are unclear. Our teachers help us to guide us that what we are interested for, what we are capable or talented. But it's sometimes like, is it possible that I can do better for it? I'll try. I can what we say, I can what we say, I can do it, I can help it, I can do this better, I can do that, what I'll do, I didn't care, or something like that. But we often sometimes like, is it compulsory to have such type of goal? We have, because there's something main clearly that we have a goal to study, we have a goal to do something, like, okay, we have to study, but for what? We are not interested rather in this or that, what we have a goal. But for that we have to pursue something, we have to choose what we have to do, we have to find in ourselves that what we are capable of. Thank you, ma'am.
So I think you have understood what she has said, that setting a goal is important and it is not necessary to choose anything conventional. Conventional, I mean doctors, engineers, CA, these are the conventional professions. You may choose for any of them which you wish to. For that, it is very essential about what I think Kratvi said, that is self-awareness. If you know yourself, I am good at this, you can make your profession. Whether you are good at dancing, you can you are good at sports, you can do sports. You may take part in international competitions, school level competitions, state level competitions. So it is very important to know yourself and then set up your goals.
As Mona ma'am and Kavish told you about Hari Prasad, I want you all to answer honestly. How would you shut your Hari Prasad? Anyone?
So every time everyone has faced that, I know. All of you have faced that your negative self that we have named Hari Prasad stops you from doing something or speaking something. Anybody who would honestly tell, he is asking, anyone who can honestly tell how to stop your Hari Prasad. Anybody from class 7? How will you stop your negative self? Anybody?
We can stop our Hari Prasad by discipline, focus, and determination. We have to tell ourselves that we can do it.
Very good. That is very important.
I have one task for all of you. Think about a person you care about, whether it be a teacher, friend, or parents. Just say a thank you to them before you sleep tonight. It will honestly make their week and make them feel valued.
So she has given you a task because everybody needs appreciation. You all seek attention or not, from the teachers, from your friends, from your relatives. You all seek attention or not. You want the teachers to be attentive to you, right? Isn't it? When you answer a question, do you think that now ma'am will say good, and if ma'am says good, you are very happy? This is what happens or not? It happens. So she is saying there is a task for you, that today onwards, at night while going to sleep, just say thank you mama for everything, thank you papa, give a good night kiss, and then go to sleep. Just see how accomplished you will feel. That feeling will be very overwhelming, not only for you but for your parents also. So I hope from now onwards you all will speak. Okay? You speak and speaking should be, don't think that when you're loud, just now he has taught you and she has spoken also. We should not be loud. We should be able to put our words across. What I am feeling, I am putting it across to you. That is very important. So I hope whatever you have taken from here, you will practice in your life. Did you like it? Give a round of applause for yourself and those speakers. Thank you very much to the students, teachers, and may I request Principal Ma'am also to speak 2 lines for all these students.
Good morning, everyone. See, these students, they have attended a leadership program at AMNS International School, I think on 2nd and 3rd July? 3rd and 4th July this year. They have attended a program and they are here to address you all. How many of you think that in future I should be a part like this? Again, your Hari Prasad is active. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
The Hari Prasad is again asking you not to raise hands. What if madam asks something? What will I answer? Just now it has been explained to you all that you should listen to Ram Prasad. Put your hands down. And another important thing, I don't say that they have not done this, what you are doing right now. Whenever somebody is here to speak, we are not attentive. ऐसा लगता है सारी दुनिया की बातें आज ही करेंगे जब तक ये प्रोग्राम चलेगा. Isn't it? They also have done the same thing earlier. Am I right, students? But then when we realize that our body language should be proper, we should be listening to the person who is addressing us when we are on this side of the stage. Just imagine you may become a very great employee of a company, you may become a CEO, you may become a financial advisor, or you may lead a company at any other designated post. What if you are addressing your employees, or you may become a good teacher, a professor? When you address and the audience is least interested, what will be your feeling? So you can never demand respect from anybody. Can you demand respect? That I am elder to you, I am speaking here. Please listen to me. That comes from your heart. So before you leave the auditorium, make a promise to yourself. Next time, be it any inter-school or intra-school activity or co-curricular activity, you will give respect to the person who is performing on the stage, who is addressing on the stage, be it a poem recitation competition or a debate competition. How many of you have participated in any such competition where you have addressed? Were you nervous? Those who have raised their hands, they were nervous at times. And imagine the audience not listening to you. Makes you more nervous? So promise to yourself you will never do that. And those who are busy talking at that time, they prove that we are good for nothing. We can't achieve anything in our life. It is very easy to sit and talk about somebody else. See, we Indians, even if when the cricketers they play, we don't realize and understand the pressure and the stress they are going through while playing. हम क्या बोलते हैं, थोड़ा राइट में बैट घुमाता है तो 6 हो जाता है. We give this comment while sitting on sofa at home, isn't it? Yes or no? But then we don't realize that what pressure that cricketer is going through. Same way a doctor when doing a surgery. In case if it fails, what do? We start cursing that doctor. You really think that the doctor wanted this to happen? Was ready for a failure? So we should always understand others' perspective. When you wear somebody else's shoe, you realize that yes, this is the point where it pinches. Till then you don't understand. The grass looks green always on the other side. But then the moment we go there, we feel it is the same. So be attentive, listen to the speakers in future, be it your CC activity or any other activity. Give it a second's thought that what if I would have been there and the audience behaved like this. That moment you will sit with a proper body posture and you will learn many things. Thank you so much. Once again, a big round of applause to these students. Well done, students.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So with that, we come to an end of this session. Please remember whatever you have learned. Thank you. Now teachers, you may take the students to the classes.